Hello to my Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's get right into it. Let's get right into your reading. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. So, speaking to sixth house. So, for the next 7 days, from the 7th of April to the 14th of April, being in receiving mode downloads, right? Which is going to push us out through past the full moon. So sixth house, health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices, those kind of things. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's go. All right, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. All right, let's go. So, I am divinely guided. I am divinely guided, talking to you wherever. Pisces is in your birth chart. Let's pull a number. Let's see what this number is. Let's see what this number is. All right. Ooh. Let's see what the number is. Let's see what the number is. Dun, 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 dun. 291, set priorities, say no to distractions moving forward. So immediate action is required. Your angels call you to prioritize what you want. There are many distractions around you presently, and the challenge is to keep your mind set on your true desire. So eliminate the distractions today by postponing or declining anything that isn't essential. That isn't essential, right? So 291 is the number. Let's get into it again. Learning how to clear out distractions and tune in to that inner voice. Listen to an inner voice. What is source telling you? All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. Here's a 5 of Cups here. Something is dragging you back down to the past. Like something is like trying to emotionally pulling you down to a low space. Making somebody sad. Somebody feels like they need to be saved from something. Like something is reminding you of something from the past. Something around money. Somebody could feel like their money is like going away, or their money is, going down the drain, or something like somebody could feel like they're losing money or something like that. Because we're talking about something is the money is stopping as a 7 of Pentacles. Like somebody's having to go back to the past, or returning to something that they felt like they moved on from, that they grew from. That's what I'm seeing here. Like somebody, it's like almost like a person that says, you've grown from something, and now you have to go back to something else or something. And so it's want somebody to rise above the judgment of people judging you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like rise above it. Like, who are we to judge anybody? For real, we're just in human form. For real, like people, What's coming to mind, it was a celebrity. It was a celebrity where people were like judging it. People do this to celebrities all the time, unfortunately. There was one person in particular where somebody was saying that they saw somebody bagging groceries or whatever in a store after seeing them in like this major sitcom or whatever. But the person was living an honest job, and making an honest living. Like they were working earning a decent living, but people were judging them. So the window of opportunity is wide open, for somebody. Window of opportunity, but Source wants somebody to leave something in the past. This right here, this wand up against the window. Source wants somebody to leave something in the past that was just confusing. like really just confusing. Like rise above the judgment of something. Right, and so there's some structure and authority. Get some structure and authority. Here we have the Ten of Cups here. So this is like Ten of Cups is just you know, like being in a in an environment where it's just more harmonious. You like a more harmonious, you know, environment for you. Somebody could have kids. You know, like family life, you know, harmony, emotional fulfillment, you know, being around where you see like two children in the background or whatever. Somebody could symbolize as perfect harmony, abundance, happiness, those kind of things. So that's maybe somebody's wish that has been fulfilled, right? Somebody could have a new love coming across their path, you know, and so that could have been somebody's wish fulfilled. And so source is saying structure it however you're trying to structure, you know, your life. Structure it in a way that you need to structure it. Here we have, because everybody has their throne in their own universe. This is the Queen of Pentacles here. Something, yeah. So, yeah, that's what, like, Queen, King energy is about. Everybody has their own throne in their own universe, right? Their own universe. Down to earth in their own way, right? So, see somebody moving on from two karmics, whoever the karmics are, who were just like obsessed with something was their way or the highway, right? So here we have, I see somebody, you know, like I said, walking up on dry land, and just like this right here, the sun is the medicine ball. The big sun outside is a big medicine ball. And just kind of sort of walking towards the sun, coming out of a depth of emotion about something. That's something possibly from the past that was dragging somebody down to a low point. Here we have the Three of Cups here. So that's what the 8 and 3 right here is, like getting off the fence of emotions and stepping into enlightenment about how everybody has been judged by something. So somebody is moving. Somebody is moving. Somebody is moving on from something. I'm seeing a bull here, so it could be moving on from being bullied or being a bully or reflecting, bullying something, because water is reflective. Here's the moon card here. So something that you're leaving behind in the past. Moving towards your north node, whatever that may be. Whatever your north node is. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, but somebody is a very responsible person, but somebody is moving. Somebody has a whole window of opportunities in front of them, but somebody is leaving something behind. I see somebody traveling, moving on from something, right? Learning how to hydrate instead of being around, you know, energies that just have been draining you. Something has been really draining you. You've been pouring so much out into so many energies. That's so it's like it's time for you to be where you feel like you can be poured into. Right. So have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. All right. Let's see. So that's what source is trying to help somebody do, is like be divinely guided. Add some structure to, you know, grow where you're planted. Wherever source plants you, that's where you're growing. But somebody is moving. Somebody is moving. Here we have surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hard is stop trying to control the whole universe. Let me see if that's it. Yep, that is. Oh, let me get a couple of more cards here. Get a few of these cards here in this deck right here. So somebody is definitely putting the past behind them, saving themselves, putting the past behind them, tossing something into a burning bowl with some karmics, walking away from something that has just been kind of ongoing in someone's spirit, some kind of emotion that's been stirring in someone's spirit, just waiting for somebody to come along and strike a match. Here we have authenticity attracts. So being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. So when you stay true, you naturally filter out those who don't align with your path and spark of life, right? So don't sink into hopelessness and despair, for it lives, for in, I guess the person who was putting the cards together meant to say, for in you lives a spark of life, but it says for in your lives. Okay, but in you, for in you lives a spark of life that is undefeated and unbeatable. You can overcome everything your destiny depends upon. I guess that's what they meant to say on the card, but yeah. But this is the last sign in the zodiac. This is the first sign in the zodiac. And so this is prayer warrior. Looks like somebody comes from a family, a very creative family. So there must be a lot of gifts and talents in somebody's family. And also somebody comes from a family of prayer warriors. So this is where you learn how to put some structure to emotions. Because with all that water, it can be chaotic and confusing. Water spilling all over the place without some kind of a container to it. So rising above the judgment, meaning, like, let's say, for instance, you know, what movie? It was a comedic movie. Somebody, let's say you're a prayer warrior. Somebody's saying somebody can pray over the food better than somebody else can pray over the food at dinner time. So somebody finished praying over the food, so here come another family member praying a longer prayer or more in-depth, or using bigger in-depth words over the praying over the food. And then here comes somebody else with basically, you know, or competing. Somebody in the family started church. Here come another sibling or cousin or family member, they start one, and it's just chaos and confusion. So what Source is trying to teach somebody how to do is grow where you are planted. Wherever you're planted, that's where you're growing, right? So that when you're visiting whoever, doesn't really matter, then, you know, like I said, harmony. I'm seeing harmony. Harmony. Yeah, so shedding. Time to set higher goals. You know, so something, the scales from your eyes have been removed. Somebody's like really seeing something for how crafty the enemy is. How crafty the enemy is. And how the enemy can create illusions and confusions. And keep families in karmic cycles for generations, right? This is where, right here, that's what this is. The judgment card. Judgment card connects us with Pluto. Pluto is the outermost planet, but how the devil can keep families in karmic cycles for years, and people don't even know what chain, cycle, or curse in the family to break, because there's just so much chaos and confusion going on with competition. And that's what the enemy likes. The enemy loves confusion, chaos and confusion. So people rolling around on the floor like the 5 heartbeats, snatching off the costumes on stage, until they realize, oh, you know. So savings, create savings for the future. Learn how to create some savings for the future. So that is what I'm seeing here. Setting priorities. Say no to distractions moving forward. Say no to distractions moving forward. So I feel like Source is going to be putting somebody in hermit mode. You know, pray for clarity. It's the pray for some clarity. Yeah. Here we have the Five of Pentacles here. You know, this is Chiron. Yeah. Yeah, because something is coming to your door very soon that mirrors the like a deep spiritual wound, and you have a lot of clarity on something that caused, you know, that you feel like caused you a deep spiritual wound. Yeah, so maybe somebody felt like they were left out of something. Maybe to feel worthless. Maybe somebody was left out of a I don't know. Name was left. I don't know. Maybe the name was left off of something, whatever. But somebody was maybe felt devalued, or their name was left off of something, or something. But somebody, because money is not just in a physical form. It's also like knowing your worth and knowing your value. But somebody may have made somebody feel worthless, and that's what Source is putting you in hermit mode, so that you can help somebody know their worth and their value, starting with, you know, you helping them know how valuable they are to you and help build their confidence. And that's the proper use of fire. That's the proper use of fire. Inspiring and motivating people. That's what somebody becoming enlightened is like, helping somebody learn how to properly use their fire. So that is what I'm seeing for you all. Hopefully this has been helpful. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. All right, bye.